Formula One's milestone 1000th Grand Prix may have been held in the Asian neon paradise that is Shanghai, China in mid-April. But another landmark event is still on the horizon, with this weekend's F1 British Grand Prix the 70th edition, and held where the sport began in May 1950, the historic Silverstone Circuit. Alfa Romeo's Giuseppe Farina, the very first race winner, who led home a crushing 1-2-3 result for the Italian marque. Farina and teammates Luigi Fagioli and Reg Parnell, the only ones on the lead lap, with just 11 finishes in that inaugural race. And in the 7 decades since, there's been a huge mountain of British Grand Prix magic moments for the passionate home crowd. Across the 3 legendary venues that have hosted the event, including Aintree, Brands Hatch, and of course Silverstone, which has held it alone since 1987. A year of Nigel Mansell fever and his second of 4 British wins. His pass on Williams teammate Nelson Piquet, the stuff of legend.
An awful lot of water's gone under the bridge here and a lot of world champions.
Mansell's last home win in 1992 in the monstrous V10-powered FW14B, one that inspired many of his countrymen to follow in his footsteps.
The drivers that I followed were when I was sort of 6 to 8 years old. That was the first few years I watched Formula One, and it was Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna, Nigel Mansell. It was that era that was exciting and interesting to me.
Another one inspired by the giants of the 1980s and 90s was Lewis Hamilton, a true Ayrton Senna fan, whose greatest home win came in 2008 at Silverstone by more than 1 minute and 8 seconds in wet conditions. But he had a bigger target, one he would fulfill 5 times.
The World Championship is the one I want to win.
Across the 3 venues that have hosted the F1 British GP, 3 drivers have 5 wins apiece, with Hamilton able to become the most successful at home this year should he take victory. The 34-year-old is already the most successful British racing driver of all time, one of just 3 men to win 5 or more titles. But it's not just the 20 F1 drivers that have all the fame, with Silverstone's curves getting plenty of attention, with the super-fast Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel complex, a breathtaking series of corners leading onto the Hangar Straight for wheel-to-wheel battles galore. Relished by Austria's race winner Max Verstappen.
So my favorite corners are Beckett's and Maggots. I think they're very fast, and they're on the limit of a Formula 1 car what it can do through corners, you know, so I'm always very happy to go back to Silverstone.
Silverstone is in the British Midlands, the 5.891-kilometre circuit featuring 18 turns, 8 left and 10 right, for a top speed of 330 kilometres per hour. Lewis Hamilton broke the lap record for Mercedes in 2017, while there are 2 DRS activation zones, with one on the Wellington Straight, the other on the Hangar Straight, with 2 detection points. Historic and fast, Formula One returns to its heartland where it all began, for a celebration befitting the pinnacle of motorsport. It's time for the 70th British Grand Prix. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.